It's National Pet Poison Prevention Week, plus triple digits temperatures are here, so we have a lot of ways to be able to keep your pets safe. Plus, our friends at AJ's have a great way for you to be able to shop while saving homeless pets' lives. We're going to tell you all about that right here on Pets on Parade. Good morning and welcome to Pets on Parade, brought to you by 3TV. I'm Kelsey Dickerson with the Arizona Humane Society. Thank you so much for tuning in with us this Saturday. Now, you know we love having a positive update at the beginning of the show, and Sylvie has found her forever home. She was absolutely adorable on last week's show and a great example of how giving our long-timers a chance outside of the kennel shows you their true personalities. We're so happy for Sylvie. And we're seeing record temperatures for this early in the year, and unfortunately that means that our furry friends are in danger, but you know, that's something that we're used to here in Arizona, and it's something that we try to continue to educate the community on. But first, who is this tiny little baby, Lisa?
This little handsome gentleman is Pixie, 9-week-old Chihuahua. He was actually born at the Arizona Humane Society. His mom came into our maternity suites as a pregnant mama, and this handsome little guy and his brother were the result. Look how cute he is. 9 weeks old. They got to have a comfortable time in the maternity suites with their mom until they were big enough and strong enough, healthy enough to go out to one of our foster heroes. And look at the magic. This 9-week-old grew big and strong, still a little bit shaky, but this handsome boy is now ready, vetted, and ready to go home with you. Now, keep in mind, the heat is here. I'm sure that it isn't a mystery to anyone. The minute you open the door, you're feeling it. It's hot right now. So dogs and cats' feet are sensitive. If it is too hot for you to put your hand down on the sidewalk, it is too hot for them. And heat stress can happen really quickly, especially for those brachycephalic breeds or those pugs, the dogs that have the pushed-in noses. So watch for signs such as glassy eyes, panting, pink gums, excessive drooling, things like that. And if you do either find a dog or your dog gets trapped outside and is overheated, you should be cooling them down slowly. So a wet towel in front of a fan, bring them into where there is air conditioning, that sort of thing. It is a medical emergency, and unfortunately at the Arizona Humane Society, we do get a lot of animals brought into our trauma center in heat distress. And please, again, the car, no car, your dog should just stay home at this time of the year. They don't want to go with you to get coffee. Please leave them home and bring them their pup cup inside in the air conditioning. But there's all kind of heat-related tips on our website at azhumane.org/no-hot-dogs.
Absolutely, and we're going to continue to give life-saving tips throughout the show for heat. And speaking of that, it is Pet Poison Prevention Week, so we'll be sharing tips about that throughout the show as well. But first, oh my goodness, who is this little cutie, Hannah?
So this cutie here is sweet Clementine. She's an 8-week-old little girl. She came to us alongside her litter mate after being found in a doghouse alone with her litter mate, possibly left behind by their mom. She arrived to us with some eye issues and she was underweight, but she got admitted to the kitten ICU and she is doing so much better. She went into a loving foster home where she gained weight and was socialized, and she has had just an amazing transformation from the beginning. She's playful, she's active, she's thriving, and she is ready for her forever home. And in honor of Pet Poison Prevention Week, it's the perfect time to keep pets like Clementine safe. So a couple of tips is beware of common household toxins, including medications, certain foods, and cleaning products. And remember that just because something may be child-proof, that does not mean that it is pet-proof. So to learn more about keeping your pets safe, you can visit azhumane.org/blog.
Absolutely. You know, our pets are very curious and they get into things that they shouldn't sometimes, so it's really important to have that knowledge in your back pocket. Thank you so much for that, Hannah. And last week, more than 150 pets belonging to our nation's veterans were cared for. Thanks to the support of Sue Singer, who is a longtime Arizona Humane Society supporter and owner of multiple Nothing Bundt Cakes locations, our Healthy Tales mobile clinic was able to serve pets at the Arizona Stand Down event on March 12th and 13th. Her generosity provided wellness exams, vaccinations, and microchips for more than 150 pets belonging to our military veterans. Our Pet Resource Center team was also on site sharing resources to help keep pets and their people together. This is exactly what community looks like, and together we're making a lasting impact for pets and the people who love them. So thank you so much to everyone who made that possible, and thank you so much to our veterans and active military members. It's going to take all of us keeping our pets safe, and we want to ensure your pets are safe during this heat. But first, we got a silly goose, Christine.
Check out Goose. He is the kindest, most gentle, big dog. And we're calling him a German Shepherd mix, but you know what? He has one blue eye and one brown eye, so maybe we suspect some husky in him. And he was found by our EAMTs as an injured stray. He's 78 pounds, and his left front leg was bothering him. And so we cared for him and found out that he's house trained, which is wonderful. And this Smarty also knows sit, shake, and high five. And so he's perfect, and he is ready to meet you. Come on down and meet him at the shelter. We are very concerned about the heat wave that we're having in Arizona, so please don't leave your pets in hot cars, or how about don't take them with you when you run your errands. Also, if you ever encounter a dog that is in a hot car, or even a child, be sure and stay with the car, dial 911, and stay on the line with the operator while you check the locks and see if you can get the animal or the child out. In addition, go to azhumane.org/nohotdogsaz, and you can get more tips about what you can do to help if you encounter that kind of a situation.
Absolutely. It is so avoidable, and unfortunately, these temperatures can become deadly very quick. So thank you so much for that, Christine. And you know what? It's a Saturday. Why not treat ourselves to a little candy? I think it's always a good time, even in the morning. What do you think, Janine?
This is the best kind of candy because it lasts a lot longer. It's Taffy. He's a sweet little 10-week-old little boy. And oh my gosh, look at the fur on this one. I'm telling you, he came in with his mom, and there was 5 kittens, and she had been nursing him herself, which is great, and they got to go in our Meowternity suite, and then they went into a foster hero home, which is where they thrived, and they just became super social and just loved playing with each other and just relax in a home environment. But look at the mom and the babies. Aren't they just adorable? Then they all became, we're going to see some of the siblings later on, and they're just little fluff balls. They're just the best disposition. They lay on their back, so they're very calm. If you're wanting that couch potato loungy kind of cat, this is going to be your little boy. He's just the best. And we were talking earlier about the poison prevention. Well, if people don't really think about this, but your typical houseplants are a big proponent of what's going to be super toxic to your pets. Sago palms for in the backyard, you know, and then for indoor plants, you're going to have lilies and azaleas and tulips. So it's the springtime. People are buying all these kind of flowers right now, and lilies are the most dangerous for cats, and they're actually deadly. So, and I've had plenty of cats and kittens in my house, and I see them over there chomping on leaves, and I'm like, no. So either just don't even buy them or put them up high where they can't get at them. But cats are pretty resilient, and they can hunt them out and find them. But also, I was going to tell you, definitely invest in a slicker brush when you have these kind of fluff balls, because look at this fur. And you do it when they're babies like this, and you can do it every day. They will never get matted. They will always look luxurious. And I could just see one of these little babies just laying on someone's beautiful bed and doing a whole photo shoot, right? And look at this.
Oh, absolutely
hello.
adorable. And you know what?
Perfect.
You are a hairdresser, so I think we need to be able to follow your tips for the brushing. Thank you so much for that, Janine. And don't change that channel. Our friends at AJ's Fine Foods have a wonderful way you can help our pets while shopping. We'll tell you all about that when we come back after the break. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now we are so excited because we are having a wonderful promotion happening at AJ's Fine Foods throughout the month of March. And joining me today is Ashley Carter. Ashley, thank you so much for joining us.
Best part of the day right here.
Oh my gosh, well it's the best part of the year too with AJ's. But before we get into the work that your team does, can you tell us, for anyone who might not be familiar, what sets AJ's apart from other grocery stores?
Absolutely. So AJ's, we're really all about gourmet and sort of a curated experience when it comes to food. So a little bit elevated. You can walk through the aisles of the stores, find some things that might surprise and delight you, things that you really wouldn't be able to get anywhere else. So we've got 11 stores across the state, 10 here in the Valley, and then one in North Tucson.
Oh my goodness, it is absolutely wonderful. It's always a great experience stepping into an AJ's. Now AJ's is local,
Yes.
and you guys love giving back locally as well. Why is it important for you to be able to give back to the Arizona's homeless pets, just like these little ones?
Well, so the pets are a part of our family. We feel that very deeply, and so we want to make sure that we are an active part of the community. It's a critical point of who we are and how we were developed as an organization, and so it's really a wonderful partnership that we've been supporting Arizona Humane Society for a number of years.
Oh my goodness, and we could not save the lives of more than 25,000 sick, injured, and abused pets every year without great partners like AJ's Fine Foods. Now, like we mentioned, we have a wonderful promotion going on
Yes.
throughout the month of March. Can you tell us how people can save lives just while grocery shopping?
Absolutely. So we make it super easy. So anytime you're shopping in any of our 11 stores, if you're looking for your nearest location, just go to www.ajsfinefoods.com, and we'll ask you right at the pin pad. So when you're checking out, we'll ask you if you want to make a $1 donation, $5, or there's also an open button. So if you're feeling extra generous,
Okay.
and you can give as much as you like, and 100% of those dollars donated are going to come right directly back to you to help save little nuggets like this one.
And you know what? I mean, if people are not slacking like I am, maybe you've already gotten your tax refunds.
Oh,
You know,
that's a
gonna
good
go
one.
splurging and shopping, and then you can also
Absolutely.
donate at the register. And speaking of splurging, there are so many absolutely wonderful items that you brought here, and this is just a tip of the iceberg of what you can find.
This is just a tiny look at all the different things that we have. So if you're looking for just your standard food items, we've got a variety of brands. We have wet food, we have dry food, we have refrigerated, the fresh pets. We also have everything home related, kitchen towels, right? Notepads. These little guys right here are really cool. These are called Splash Mates. These float. So we're talking about heat, making sure your animals are staying cool. If you've got a big dog or any dog that likes the water, this is a really good one, a little treat for them. And then everything else you could possibly imagine. We've got all these little stuffies too, like one is cuter than the next. I wanted literally to bring them all. And then of course, see, and the taco squeaks. We got a perfect. And then all of your biscuits and your treats and all the little things that you could possibly need. So you're gonna come, get yourself a nice tea, get yourself a nice steak, find a new favorite item, and then save pets while you're at the register.
Absolutely, and like we mentioned, something that you're already doing anyways. You're already grocery shopping, so why not, be able to get yourself something, your pet something, and be able to help even more pets in our community. Ashley, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for everything that AJ's Fine Foods does for our pets.
Happy to be here.
Oh my goodness, yes, we're always happy to have you.
Thank you.
And like she mentioned, you can either visit ajsfinefoods.com or you can visit azhumane.org/events to be able to learn more about this life-saving promotion. And speaking of life-saving, make sure to stay tuned right here because we have more absolutely adorable pets who can't wait to meet you, like this little one. We'll tell you all about them when we come back. Welcome back to the show. Now we have just a couple weeks left of March, which means you have a couple weeks to potentially win life-changing money. Isn't that right, Christine?
That's for sure. First meet Truffles. Truffles is perfection. What a beautiful calico kitten she is. She's only 10 weeks old and she's 2 pounds. And she was part of a litter of 5 that was an owner surrender along with their mama. And so what we did was check them out, and they were healthy, so they went to the Meowternity suites and had a good time there with their mom nursing. And then they all went off to foster together too, and moved on to the gruel and so they had wet and dry food and got, you know, some weight on. And then now they're like all ready to go home to a home of their own. And they're beautiful, beautiful little kittens. You can help the sick, injured, and abused pets that we care for at the Arizona Humane Society with our 50/50 raffle. This month's raffle is already at almost $50,000 with 2 more weeks to go. What a wonderful way to potentially win a lot of money and make an impact helping the more than 25,000 sick, injured, and abused animals that the Arizona Humane Society cares for each year. Go to azhumane.org/5050 and find out more about it.
Oh my goodness, I wish I could enter, but I am so happy for everyone who does, because you know what, even if you don't win, you know that your money is going to a great cause. Thank you so much for that, Christine. And like we talked about, it is hot outside, but you know what, I don't think that's gonna slow down this little one. You got a little Tasmanian devil with you, I feel like, Janine. Who is this?
I do. I've got Miles, and you're gonna be walking miles with this dog because he has tons of energy, cattle dog mix. This is the breed that needs to be mentally and physically stimulated. And he's 5 months, so he has still a lot of puppy left in him. And he really loves treats. He really loves his toys. And he's got a lot of like interest in everything around him. So someone had left him tied to a pool fence in an apartment complex. And our EAMTs for our field team, they picked him up and brought him to our shelter. He had a little bit of tummy issues, a little diarrhea. So now he's on probiotics and fiber, which I think we all really need ourselves. And he's just a great dog, but he's gonna need someone that's very active. So, and I would say small children, he might be knocking them over a little bit because he's about 45, 50 pounds right now. And like we were saying, you need to be walking your pets, but don't walk them in the heat. It's imperative because, I mean, we really don't even need to be walking in the heat. If you can't put your hand on the ground for 7 seconds, then their paws are actually skin. And we see it every single year come in where there's animals with just burnt up paws, and it's horrible to see that happen when you know it's preventable. And if you do have to walk them in the afternoon, then buy booties and get them used to it. And there's military dogs use booties. I mean, so it's a thing. I mean, it's a great way to still bond with your pet and get them exercise, but then you're keeping them all safe. So someone needs to come down and take this little bucking Bronco. Right, Miles? Yes, yes.
Absolutely adorable. I wish I had a drop of that energy right now.
I know.
Thank you so much for that, Janine. And we just barely opened our bottle baby ICU a little over a week ago, and already are at more than 60 kittens who are in need of your help, so they can get big and strong like this little one. Right, Hannah?
That's right. This little one his name is Cletus. He is litter mates with Clementine that you met with me earlier in the show. These were the ones that were found in a doghouse without their mom. He also had eye issues and was underweight, was approved for the kitten ICU, then went to foster care where he had gained weight, got socialized, and has really made an incredible comeback. He is healthy, he's playful, maybe not right now, but he is playful and he is really active, but he's just camera shy. Now, kittens like Cletus need you. We are looking for compassionate volunteers to become bottle baby kitten foster heroes and care for our tiniest and most fragile patients. Last year, the Arizona Humane Society cared for thousands of kittens ranging from just a few days old to 8 weeks old. The need is huge, but so is the support that you will receive. So becoming a foster hero is easy, and we provide everything that you will need from training, supplies, food, and medical care. So if you're ready to make this life-saving choice, you could visit azhumane.org/foster to apply.
Oh my goodness, and who can resist those tiny little babies? So absolutely adorable. Thank you for that reminder, Hannah. And we just talked about needing fostering, but the truth of the matter is that our little kitty friends need to be with their mama when possible, just like this little one, right, Lisa?
Yes, this is KitKat, so one of the candy group. And so you heard their story. They were brought in with their mother. And we always give you the story at this time of the year, don't kidnap kittens. Mamas, if you find kitties out there, they very well are being usually cared for by the mother. What we would like to tell you to do is check on them, make sure the mom comes back every 8 hours. She's probably on break or she is out hunting for food. You can also leave some food and water nearby for the mama cat because she is keeping those little babies alive. But if you do see that the babies are cold or haven't eaten or maybe look sick, reach out to the Arizona Humane Society. We have a lot of online resources and we can also help you over the phone. But if you go to azhumane.org, don't kidnap, you can find out a lot of online resources and read yourself if you find them after hours, or call us if you need support. And for those that do find their way in that are sick or injured, we can always use bottle baby fosters at this time of the year. And these little candy litter kittens are so sweet. Whoever their foster mama was, you did a wonderful job. They have all been so sweet and cuddly here today.
Absolutely. You know what? That is a great example of the actual kitty mama doing a great job as well as foster parents. So it takes a team effort. Thank you so much for that, Lisa. And don't change that channel. We have a couple more adorable pets who can't wait to meet you, including this little one. We'll tell you all about them when we come back. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now we have our last puppy friend of the show. Who is this cutie, Christine?
Well, meet Milo. He's 9 weeks old and he is only 4 pounds. And he came in with the litter that included Pixie with his mama. And they were off to the maternity suites and then to foster. They had their gruel and then Hill Science diet, and they're doing so great. I want you to see his white boots. I think that is so cute on this little puppy. And he is enjoying his little treat. And he would love to come home and hang out at your house. You should come down and meet him. This is Milo.
And of course, what do we have at our Humane Society? Puppy parties. Oh my gosh, this is a great way for you to interact with other puppies, and you know they're all in a clean, safe environment, and they're going to be vaccinated, so you don't have to worry about that. So it's much better than a dog park. Our trainers will teach you what different puppy traits that they have at this time of their stage of their life. So you get to really understand the mind of a puppy, and they will teach you skills that you can start working on to make them be a well-rounded adult dog. So check it out.
Right. Absolutely. We have training courses for all levels of pets. And we just want to give a shout out to 3TV's own Vanessa Arisa for providing these little treats. You can check them out at Sit Treats on Instagram. And it's our last kitty of the show from our candy litter. Who is this, Hannah?
This is Jellybean. Jellybean is 10 weeks old, came through the field team alongside their nursing mom and the 5 kittens that you've met some of. They were only 10 to 14 days old when they arrived. And when they were confirmed healthy, they stayed in the maternity suite with the mom and litter mates. Then she went to foster care with her mama when she was ready to transition from her mom, got older and gained some weight. Now she is ready for her forever home. So Lisa here is going to talk to us about ways that we can help kittens like Jellybean.
I know on our show we talk all the time about fostering and adopting, but there are great ways to help out the Arizona Humane Society, and you can do it in any way that suits you. Here are some of our volunteers are wrapping surgery packs for our spay and neuter surgeries. You can work in our thrift store if you're a thrifter. You can dig through the donations and help us hang them up and get them ready for sale. Bottle baby ICU if you want to help bottle feed our puppies and kittens that come in that don't have a mom. We have day shifts, we have night shifts. We have group volunteering at your work if you have a group of animal lovers. Please reach out to us. If you love animals, this is the place for you. It's a really rewarding experience, and we will meet you where you're at. If you can do it a one-time, that's great. If you want to have a weekly commitment, that's great as well. Check it out at azhumane.org/volunteer, and you can learn all the ways you can help the AHS.
Absolutely. And when you do that, you're helping pets like Powerline, who was abandoned in a trashed home without food or water after his owner was evicted. When our cruelty investigators found him at 4 years old, he was severely emaciated, anemic, and suffering from liver complications. His prognosis was guarded, but with emergency trauma care care and the proper nutrition and time in a loving foster home, Powerline's story definitely took a turn for the better. Now he's living in his forever home, and as you can see, he has made quite the amazing transformation, none of which could happen without donations. So thanks to Hill's Pet Nutrition, you can visit azhumane.org/match to get your donations doubled today. Thank you so much for tuning in with us, and thank you to AJ's Fine Foods for joining us. We'll see you right here next week for another adorable show.